Okay, so the topic for today is that eBay is not fair. And this is what I mean by not fair. So I've been doing eBay for 3 years. This entire time I've been doing eBay, the traffic has been variable. I can turn on promoted listings and I'll get a boost in traffic and then it'll decline. I'll list every single day and all of a sudden the traffic will decline. So what I have noticed is I don't really rely on eBay for consistent traffic. The only thing that I can really do as a reseller is offer different categories of things to sell, right? Because I'm not really sure which category is going to be slow or what's going to happen in the market. So I'm trying to diversify into 3 categories that are not related. That way, if one goes down, the other one will do well. And the other thing that I'm doing is cross-listing because I can't really rely on eBay. Over the years, I really haven't had a bad day on every single platform on the same day, but eBay has been up and down the entire time. So I don't really think eBay's traffic is based on you being consistent. I think it's based on the platform. It's also a billion different listings and millions of different customers. So the algorithm is a little bit funky, but since I've noticed they haven't really revealed what the formula is, everyone has always kept guessing. So this is my response to how to deal with that. My name is Chris, for those of you who are new to the channel. I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the video for this reseller fanny pack, so make sure you stay all the way to the end. This video starts with a checklist of things that you can do to make sure you're not doing any of the things that might slow down eBay's traffic to your site. So let's get straight into it. Again, make sure you smash the like button. Let's do this. Okay, there are 7 things that could be causing slow sales in this section. One is your defect rate. So try to get that to be 0 if you can. One of my buyers opened up a case and did not give me a chance to refund them before they contacted eBay. So I should be able to get that removed since it was like less than 24 hours before that was closed against me. The late shipment rate could be too high. This tracking uploaded and validated is kind of a big one because right now the post office is screwed up. So it's showing 98.75 because they have actually removed some of those defects from my account. But internally, I know eBay knows that these packages weren't scanned on time. So it says 98.7, but inside it might be showing 80 or 90 or 95%. And that might actually affect traffic. So even though it's not penalizing you, it still may be affecting your traffic. So that's something to consider. Below that is cases closed without seller resolution. That's the same thing as the defect rate. I don't know why that's a duplicate. It's very confusing. Over here, you want to make sure your open returns are as low as possible. I have a cancellation, which is a little bit frustrating because they've already refunded their money, but for some reason it's still in the cancellation phase. With managed payment, it's been taking longer to transfer over versus PayPal. And down here, we have questions that need to be answered. I have 0. So I go in there and answer all the questions immediately to let them know that I'm serious about customer service. So those are the 7 things you can check in Seller Hub to make sure you're doing the right things. This is what is frustrating when it comes to eBay. So I have multiple quantity listings, meaning I have items that I have like 100 of. I also put 30 to 60 new one-off items into the store every single day. I have free shipping, free returns, decent pictures. So I would think, why is eBay's traffic so volatile? I don't really know the answer to that question, but I know something is wrong because I usually have the fast and free little van. This is showing my zip code. So this is the same zip code to the same zip code. I'm not sure why I don't have guaranteed delivery. So that should be something that shows up. Normally I have that van. So something is wrong internally with eBay because I'm not doing anything to not have that. My shipping handling is literally 1 day. So there's no reason why this wouldn't be guaranteed within 3 or 4 days. And these also ship priority. So not really sure what's going on here, but guys, just let you know that eBay is not going to give you consistent traffic, even if you're doing everything right, which means you've got to do something different if you want to do this for a living. So guys, I was actually very close to just going eBay only. eBay sales have been random, but not so random that I actually thought that I needed the cross list. eBay sales have been relatively stable for me until the last month or so, where day to day they're fluctuating like 20 or 30 sales a day different, even though I'm literally not doing anything different, and I haven't done anything different for 9 straight months. It's way too volatile right now, so I'm actually going to go back to cross listing on the Poshmark and Mercari, even though I don't think that's necessary for most small sellers. And I actually think a lot of people who are doing less than 50 items a week do not cross list because you need to be using that time to find more stuff and list more stuff into your store. When you only have a few items in your store, it doesn't matter if you list on 20 platforms, you're not getting enough exposure if you're selling one-off items. It's better to have a nice selection to offer your customers in case one section is slow, rather than just focusing on the same 20 items and complaining that they don't sell, because you just don't have enough traction in the market yet. You need to get a bigger store so sales are more stable. So that's one thing that's happened to me over the years is my store has over 5,000 items in it. It's very unlikely that I'm going to have a day with no sales. That's actually not happened to me at all. Since I started this in November, I've never had a day with no sales, but I've also never listed less than 30 new items in a day. So I want you to use that effort to actually list more items. And these are some tips to do that. So first off, you need all your stuff written out. Get a notebook or get my guide for $35 with code YouTube that has all the processes in it. You can actually adjust them to your own process because my store is different than the way you do things. Write down how you do things, customize it, print it out so it's visible and people can actually see it. Do the same thing over and over again to give yourself the best chance at identifying what you're doing wrong so that you can adjust it and make the eBay traffic more consistent, because it seems like I'm doing exactly the same thing and getting different results, which is very frustrating. That's why I'm going to continue to cross-list on Poshmark and Mercari, because I just don't trust eBay to give me the consistent traffic. This brings me to a couple more questions that people have been asking me. One, when is the right time to hire someone? And two, what if I don't have enough money to hire somebody right now? What do I do to get to the next level? This is what you do. So the magic number is 50. You need to be able to sell 50 items a week before you even entertain hiring somebody. This is 10 hours of processing. So we talked about this earlier in the video. You need to be able to do 5 listings an hour. Okay, so that's 1 every 12 minutes. 50 listings a week is gonna take you 10 hours. You need to be able to do this yourself before you hire somebody else to do it. Otherwise, it's the blind leading the blind. You need to know what you're doing before you have somebody else do it for you. That's why I recommend writing it all out. That's the minimum. Once you're doing at least $10 profit per item and selling 50 per week, now you have $500 worth of profit to try hiring somebody for like an hour or an afternoon or a day. Work your way up. Don't hire a full-time person if you've just started. That's not how this works. Trust me, from being a person who did that in the beginning, you do not need to do that. Master it yourself first before you hire someone. And it doesn't need to be huge. 50 items a week is an extra $500. It's an awesome side hustle. Get there first before you complicate it. Once you're there, I definitely recommend you use a VA or you hire somebody full-time to take photographs for you or list for you. That's really important. I use an agency called Hammock, but you can find somebody on Fiverr. You can get your friend to do it in the beginning, to just follow your directions and see if you actually have a process that somebody can replicate. This is part 2 of a 30-day series of my best tips from running this store for about 3 years now. So again, please smash the like button, and there's actually a playlist pinned of all those videos. So I appreciate you guys if you just check those out. Smash the like button, subscribe if you think this is useful, and let's get the winner of the giveaway of the first fanny pack is Vintage Dominus. So please email me your address at chris@dailyrefinement.com and I'll get this mailed out. The answer to the riddle was you make your money when you buy it. So all of us do the exact same thing. The main difference between one reseller to the next is just what you're actually selling. It's not listing, because you can find items that sell over and over and over again that require no listing. So it just comes down to who is the best person at sourcing. That person makes the most money. So the riddle for the next giveaway is going to be this Merlot fanny pack. So please answer this in the description below. So you're working 50 hours a week, 20 hours listing 100 items, 30 hours finding 100 items. How much are you making hourly? Please comment that in the comment section below. How much are you making hourly if you spend 50 hours a week and you make $1,000?